Alright, I'm back, guys. So yeah, what I was saying is, I learned a lesson as far as like pre-sale goes, because the place wasn't completely sold out, and I was thinking to myself, you know, if it was on the pay structure of tickets only, which is what I want, once I have that grown audience and and I can sell out places and do all of that stuff, that's the side of me, that's a part of me that wants to get that, but I have to reach that number of audience members to really want that pay scale. And I do want that pay scale, but I got to get my numbers up first. You know what I mean? So my point is, you know, I love chess. It is strategy. And what I love about it is thinking multiple steps ahead and kind of seeing the horizon, so to speak, right? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, in short, here's what I was thinking. The emphasis, it's like a magic trick. I didn't really think about it before, but I do now. And now I'm thinking about it always, which is this. The emphasis of pre-sale is so important. If there was a musician, all right, and he's going to have a concert, if they tell you, hey, please make sure you get your ticket on pre-sale before the tickets go completely mainstream, or as opposed to, you can even just go to a box office, you can just show up the night of. Some people do that, but whatever. As opposed to pre-sale, okay, if someone would tell you, because if someone would actually like talk about pre-sale and getting your tickets in advance, and then after that they said, oh, because if you show up or not, I still get paid. That's exactly what that means, right? If somebody would say, oh, please get pre-sale ticket, because if you don't show up, if you don't buy your ticket in advance, I'm not going to get paid. I just said the exact thing in two different ways, right? And that was when I realized, as far as paying your mortgage, paying your house, your groceries, someone to do your lawn or do it yourself, whatever, as a way of life and living, pre-sale, man, this camera's going all over the place. The whole concept and point of pre-sale and getting your tickets in advance, and to really sell that, but not oversell it. If you oversell it, it makes a person sound like desperate, right? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please forgive me. It's very rocky, and I'm trying to do my best, but it's just rocking. I'm on a bumpy road. But what I was saying is, if somebody would come across and tell you why and put emphasis into it, it would make them sound desperate, and it kind of is like unattractive to even like want to buy a ticket. I'm being honest, I wouldn't want to, right? But as long as they kind of keep that mystery and the magic behind it, yeah, in one aspect they're telling everybody when the tickets are gone, it's gone. But also the reality of the fact is that I realized that if I would have sold out those tickets in the back room, which weren't sold, okay, then and nobody showed up, I would have got paid either way. And it's brilliant. And I didn't really realize that as far as like a marketing and advertising and sales and all the other kind of aspect, but I do now. And it was an indirect lesson that I learned, and I'm really, really happy. And it is a very valuable lesson to learn. Pre-sale is everything. You know, I want to go to a place and know that hypothetically, if it had 5,000 people and only 5 people showed up, as long as everybody paid for their ticket in advance, of course I would want everybody to be there. But I wouldn't care in the aspect of being on financial dire straits, right? Because I know I'm getting paid either way. If somebody shows up or not, that's on them. But my job is to have my service, to get paid for my service, and your job after you paying is for you to show up. It really is like a contractual agreement between somebody giving somebody what they really want, which is a good time, fun, happiness, some crazy stories, learning about me. And I have enough crazy stories to go around. I don't even talk about living in Russia as far as my comedy goes until about like minute 18 exactly. Again, technically it should be like 18:02, give or take, you know, something happening, but I'm very, very exact on my measurements for my timing and my comedy, and I know exactly how I'm doing everything. But anyway, so yeah, that was like an indirect lesson, and it was just one of the best nights ever, and I can't wait I networked great. I did really good. I met a lot of new people, and every lesson that I take, I move it, and every lesson that I take, I really do build off of that, and I'm progressive with it, because that's what all these lessons are for. They're for building off of your last idea to get better with your next one, with your next success, with your next movement, whatever, right? So it was an amazing show. It was one of the most rewarding experiences, knowing that I learned a lesson on Friday, I applied it on Sunday, and I did so good on Sunday, it opened up new job opportunities for me next month and the month after. So, my standard is excellence. That really is my standard. I really, really believe that, and I work for that. I work very, very hard at it. And I may be unorthodox, but that's part of the key to my success, is doing things different. But I do have an extremely high standard, which is excellent. So, with that being mentioned, I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of your day. That's just an update as far as my last comedy show and how I did and how great it was. Shout out and thank you to all the people that came out on a Sunday night, and TK for booking it, and it was just the best. So anyway, thank you all again. Y'all have a beautiful day. I'll be in touch with you soon. More good news on the horizon awaits. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.